initially when I asked by Anil Alian sir to say something about irrigation after TURBT, I thought that what is this topic, irrigation तो सभी करते हैं, मैंने कहा सर इसमें क्या नया है, but I came to know that there was many things which I came to know when I went through the literature. So as we all know that bladder cancer comprises a heterogeneous group, and approximately 70% are NMIBC, and TURBT is the gold standard for NMIBC. Despite the complete resection, 40 to 80% tumors they reoccur. So almost all of us practice the post TURBT bladder irrigation, and most commonly it is the normal saline that is used for irrigation. In literature, I found that sterile water and dextrose have also been used. So originally the purpose was to achieve the hemostasis, clot removal in bladder hemorrhage, and to prevent the bladder clot formation in post TURBT setting, and to maintain the clear effluent. Later on, it was speculated when Solovay et al. In 1980 demonstrated that one of the mechanisms of recurrence is implantation of floating tumor cells in the bladder wall after TURBT. So it was speculated that bladder irrigation, especially with the normal saline and sterile or distilled water, can be helpful in preventing or delaying the recurrence. And it has been well shown by the Fukuda et al. And Joshi et al. That saline irrigation after rectal cancer surgery helps preventing implantation of the shed cancer cells. So all these observations, they led to the theoretical role of saline irrigation in reduction of recurrence after TURBT. So what are the literature evidence? So I have tried to compile all the literature evidence which I got in a tabulated form. As you can see, Jongomo et al. They perform a retrospective study on NMIBC patients, which compared the overnight continuous saline irrigation OCSI versus no irrigation, and they found what they found was striking, that mean duration of time to the initial recurrence was significantly better in cases of OCSI group, and also the recurrence rate was significantly lower in the OCSI group, and recurrence-free survival at 12 months was significantly higher in the OCSI group with a p-value of 0.032. And the same hold true by the study which was done by the Takesha et al. And published in BJUI in 2017. This was a prospective randomized study which was done in low to intermediate risk NMIBC, and it compared the continuous saline bladder irrigation with MMC, immediate intravesical installation of MMC. So what they found, there was no significant difference in tumor progression and median time to first recurrence. So also the Kaplan-Meier analysis didn't found any significant difference in recurrence-free survival. Surprisingly, the adverse events was significantly lower with CSBI. Then there was a study done by the Dr. Ginil Kumar et al. In 2017, published in IJU, and this study prospectively compared the MMC versus continuous saline water irrigation, sterile water irrigation. And what they found, that recurrence-free rates and mean recurrence-free interval were statistically non-significant in both these groups, with a higher complication rate in MMC. The same finding was there when the meta-analysis was done comparing the intravesical chemotherapy and installation of saline and sterile water irrigation. So it was found that the median recurrence-free survival at 1 and 2 years were comparable and statistically non-different, while the adverse events were more common in the intravesical chemotherapy group. So this was also substantially upheld by the meta-analysis done by Zongo et al. And Arshad Bhatt et al. And they concluded that saline bladder irrigation seems to provide better balance between the recurrence-free survival and to lower the systemic toxicity or the local toxicity associated with the ICT. So there are a few conflicting results in which the Sakai et al. They found that distilled water was found to be ineffective in preventive recurrence in superficial bladder tumor. And Andrew T. Lennis, they also concluded that SBI for lesser duration, means 2 to 3 hours, it does not prevent the recurrence and progression as compared to the intravesical MMC. So this is a clinical trial that is going on the USA, and that is comparing the continuous bladder irrigation following transurethral resection of bladder tumor with other method like MMC or gemcitabine, and the result is awaited. So coming back to the answers. So the first question, answer to the question, the first question was whether the irrigation should be done in all. So my answer is yes, especially in low to intermediate risk group NMIBC patient, data supports for delay and prevention of recurrence, but the prerequisite is the complete resection of the tumor. And in case of high risk or high grade NMIBC tumor, the data is conflicting, but with equivocal results should be done. In muscle invasive bladder tumor, there is no role in delay and prevention of recurrence. The role is only to prevent the clot formation and maintain the clear effluent after TURBT. When and how long? It has been established in literature that post-operative overnight, at least 15 to 20 hours continuous bladder irrigation should be done. There is no role of short duration like 2 or 3 hours irrigation. So the idea is, as the Dr. Adala has said, that the prevention of tumor cell implantation should be initiated within first hours. After cell seeding, within a few hours, the cells are implanted firmly and are covered by ECM, then there is no role. So the third question is that the what should be used. Majority of the studies, they recommend normal saline. Also, the sterile and distilled water has been used, saying that the tumoricidal capacity of the sterile water, but it was found to be less effective in multi-drug resistant clones by the Solomon et al. And also the complications with distilled water or the sterile water has been found to be significant and higher. Deaths from acute hyponatremia and massive intravascular hemolysis has been reported, and also the severe water and electrolyte imbalance after intraperitoneal or retroperitoneal extravasation have been reported with sterile water or the distilled water. So bladder irrigation with distilled water is not always completely harmless, and the irrigation saline may be superior in terms of safety, especially in cases of unrecognized perforation. So that is all for from my side. So irrigation is what I say is to be done, and in all cases. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Himanshu, for getting some science into the usage of irrigation. So you would agree that basically irrigation is a mechanical means of flushing the floating tumor cells? Or is there a role beyond
Yes,
a mechanical response?
so basically what I found in the literature,
You
the
can
basic
unshare
mechanism is
yourself in the
only
meantime.
okay, sir. So I'll stop here. Okay, sir. Is it okay?
Yeah, fine.
So the basic mechanism is what I
Balbir?
found in the literature is just by removing the floating cells, removing the floating cells. All they have said it, just removing the floating cells before they implant in the ECM of the bladder wall. After that, there is no role of either of saline irrigation or the MMC as well.
Thank you, Himanshu.